Go.
Hi everyone, we're here today with Through Rough Times, Melissa and Mel, and we're going to talk a bit about the super important work that they do in the community to help pet owners get through rough times. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about the main three things that your charity does.
Yeah, so Through Rough Times was set up as a way to offer support for our community, especially folks who were struggling with financial difficulties, with trauma, with violence, with any kind of mental health or substance use challenges. We set Through Rough Times up as a way to offer support so people could take care of themselves without having to worry about their animal companions. So a lot of times people would choose to stay with their pet instead of taking care of themselves while they're going through hospital or mental health support. So we just thought, why not offer something to help the situation? So that's one, which is temporary care. Do you want to talk about something?
We also offer pet food through our pet food program for pet families that are having a difficult time affording food overall, and the pet food program is meant to supplement the grocery budget.
Well, I mean, the Dobson team also does a lot of work with food banks as well, and the need there has just tripled basically. Right. So yeah. I can totally understand how that would affect pets as well. So yeah. I bet you guys are very busy on that front.
Absolutely. And I think it's like going back to this choice of having to choose. It's nobody should have to not afford or be able to feed their pet instead of their family. So we want to be able to offer, like, that's maybe not a choice we have to make. So how can we be of support by offering some sort of food support?
And I mean, pets really are part of the family. So, you know, you feed your child, or do you feed your dog, or do you feed yourself, or do you feed your cat, you know? And I agree with you that they shouldn't have to make that choice.
We've been outreach workers for a while, and when we were starting out and giving people food, we automatically saw people take a sandwich and give it to their dog without thinking about it. Yeah. And so that is what we're trying to honor through everything we do, is honoring the love between an animal and their human, right?
Yeah, and I mean, for a lot of people that have challenges, we know that pets reduce anxiety and they're critical for our well-being. Yeah. And so I can see how people wouldn't, go for treatment if they didn't have a place for their pet. And I think for me, this part of what your charity does really hit home, because we've been in a situation with a family member where they were in the hospital for a month, like on life support, and you can't board an animal for a month. It's like prohibitively expensive, and we had to rehome her pets.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a new one now, but if I had known about your organization, because I think the way you do the fostering for the pets is brilliant. So tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, sure. We have this incredible volunteer pet sitter team that will look after people's cats and dogs in their home. So animals get, they get to be pampered and be somebody's house guest that they tend to fall in love with until they can be reunited with their person. Yeah. So it's set up much like a pet rescue foster program, except we're not facilitating adoptions. It's to reunite and keep people and pets together.
Do a lot of the volunteers on your list already have a pet in their house, or
most of it?
Oh, we're in the same.
Yeah. I think a lot of them do, and that can be, it's beautiful because people who want to support Through Rough Times love animals and understand that relationship, and at the same time, it's hard for us sometimes to find the right foster, because some of the animals in our care can't live with other animals. So it works both ways, I think.
We definitely get very excited when an application comes through and they do not have pets in their home. So.
Right. No, that makes sense. But I mean, on one hand, if they have a pet, they know how to take care of their pet, and they're used to walking, and they're used to all of the routines that come with it. But on the other hand, if you have a pet that can't be with any other pets, then you probably need a mix of both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So if people want to get on your volunteer list to take foster pets while people are needing that help, how would they get in touch with you?
We have an application online through our website, or they can just email us and ask for an application. But we have a sitter application that people fill out, and then we follow up and invite them for a short little chat to get to know us better and answer any questions that they might have.
Great. So, and that would be through Rough Times.
breakawaycommunityservices.ca, and then look for our program on that page.
Okay, well,
through
we'll
Rough
put
Times.
all the
Yeah.
appropriate
We'll add
links
them
in.
Yeah.
So,
We're not prepared.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
or they can contact the Dobson.team website or email us at media@dobson.team, and we can also connect you with through Rough Times.
We also have an Instagram account that's active. So Instagram is
go.
through Rough Times, RUFF.
RUFF for the Rough Times part.
And I think we didn't answer your first question, or we took tangent, but we also have a HOWL program. So HOWL stands for Healing Our Way with Love, and it's a pet-related grief and loss program. So we want to offer support for people who are experiencing all different kinds of grief around their animals. So it can be anticipatory grief of like caring for an older animal, or it can be saying goodbye to an animal. So we meet monthly in person, and we kind of talk and cry our way through our experiences of grief. And then we also offer growing with grief care packages for folks who have little tools and resources to help navigate their grief.
That's fabulous. So there's the grief program, there's the food program, and then there's the foster care program.
Yeah.
That is very well thought out, very comprehensive. And tell me a bit about how you started the charity and what brought you to this and how long you've been doing it, the growth and...
Yeah. Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
So it started 8 years ago. Mel and I were outreach workers in Toronto, so we were just working with folks in community who were experiencing precarious housing, trauma, violence, mental health, substance use challenges. And so we were seeing this for year after year after year, and then we knew something had to change because we were working with folks who wouldn't go to hospital for life-saving treatments because there was nobody to take care of their pets. And separately, we were both like, well, this is not okay. And then what happened is Mella's dog passed away, and then a few months after that, my dog passed away. So in our grief for our dogs, and also our grief for community and for the society we were living in, we were like, well, let's put that into action and kind of thread some love into this. How do we give back, right? How do we honor our grief? And then Through Rough Times came from that, and the logo is actually my dog Luna, who passed. And so there's always that beautiful, I think, piece to it. But so it started as Mel and I kind of saying, let's do this, and we did it. And then obviously we can't do it without volunteers in our community, so people really stepped up and was like, not only gave money but opened their home to us. So we did it on the side of our 9-to-5 job, a 9-to-5 outreach work, and then COVID happened, pandemic happened.
Yep.
And then do you want to talk about Breakaway maybe?
Well, about 3 years ago, we pitched it to our lovely ED Nicola, like, can we run Through Rough Times through the place where it actually started, the reason why it started. And it came full circle. So now Through Rough Times is a program at Breakaway Community Services. So we're one of several teams here.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
And I think that's how we were able to expand, because it was just Mel and I and our community kind of doing it as much as we could within our capacity, but being kind of under the umbrella of Breakaway allowed us to kind of anchor in and really be able to meet a greater need for the community.
Yeah, no, I can see how having a permanent home would make a huge difference.
A stapler.
Yeah,
Stapler. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
nice.
A computer.
Yeah, totally.
So how does it work with your volunteers? Because I know I've met some of the people here and they're all great, but it sounds like some come and some go and some stay. So do you have like a training program or anything?
So with our volunteers, we have the sitter volunteers. So they offer their homes to the animals. So they're not really at our office a lot. We do have volunteer transporters who transport the pets and supplies. We have training in terms of if somebody's taking a dog, we offer care packages and kind of skills around what the specific dog might need, or not skills, but information, how to meet the need of the animal that they're caring for. And then we also have some amazing volunteers who've offered training resources. So if we have a dog in our care that has maybe separation anxiety, then we're able to help our sitter kind of figure out how to best meet the need of that animal. So sitters, volunteer transporters, lots. What else am I missing?
I mean, people also support us by offering donations like pet food and supplies.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing local pet stores that offer us items that that they've collected for us.
That's fabulous.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Well, I think what you do here is so needed by the community, and I think it's a unique opportunity for people to find out about you, because I know I would have used it had I known. And so we're really happy to feature you this year in the 2024 Rovers and Real Estate Day that we're having on June 29th at the Great Lakes Brewery. And it'll be a really fun day because people will bring their dogs, and there'll be a raffle, and we've got a Canada Helps charity page that we'll put the information in below that you can donate to. And we're really thrilled to be partnering with you this year.
Thank you so much.
It's amazing.
And to everyone who is going to support and will attend, thank you so much.
Yeah, it'll be a really fun day, and I think there'll be lots of dogs and lots of people, and it'll be great. So thank you for working with us on that.
Thank you.
We couldn't spell Ruff without you.
Thanks.
That's a great place to end.